Hey guys, this was my first time boothing at DesignerCon as Musubibi. This was my first time making a resin designer art toy. Kinda wanted to show it at this event, let you guys know if I thought it was worth it. I don't know if I filmed enough. To be honest, it's very hard to blog and think about the booth setup and everything at the same time, but I'll see what information I can squeeze in. DesignerCon is an annual event that happens in between fall and winter that revolves around designer art toys in the form of resin, vinyl, and sofubi casting, as well as featuring mural artists, illustrators, and graffiti artists. Designer art toys are still very niche in terms of making them as well as selling them, so this is probably the biggest event in the West Coast region to meet both collectors and designers. Because of its reputation throughout the years, you'll end up finding a lot of independent Japanese sofubi artists, with big brands like Medicom's Bear Brick line as well as Pop Mart's blind boxes up in front of the convention. You'll find independent creators trying to carve a niche within the context of those bigger brands. DesignerCon is so big at this point that it's the balance of these two things, the bigger companies and the smaller independent creators, that either make a really good show or risk the show entirely. What I mean by that is by placing the really big companies up front, you tend to kind of squash the ability of the smaller creators in the back, just general audiences, just because of the foot traffic flow. And with less independent artists, the show can seem very stale, maybe not as unique. But also the bigger companies like Pop Mart and Medicom bring out exclusives that do bring in the crowds to the event overall. I only recommend the event if you're interested in the industry and seeing how it's all connected with the retailers, the independent artists who have the time to give you advice or techniques on their process, or how to develop a brand that stands out in such a highly competitive space. Before doing this show, I recommend having a diversity of items that you know will sell and a very interactive booth. In the comments down below, let me know if you're going to make it out to Vegas next year. And don't forget to subscribe.